Hello everyone, welcome to I Roll It, I Review It. Quick reviews chosen at random. First thing I need to do is see where I'm watching. 3 is Tubi. Now to roll for the genre. 8 is comedy. Now to roll for the movie. 10 is gonna be Grown Ups 2. Oh, Tubi, why have you forsaken me? Alright, to be fair, I saw Grown Ups 1 a few years ago, and I didn't hate it. It wasn't good, but there were some okay parts, and I'm expecting this to be more of the same. So let's find out. That was pretty terrible. Grown Ups is from 2013 and was directed by Dennis Dugan, who did a few Happy Madison films, like Happy Gilmore and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I was kind of shocked because he also directed one of my all-time favorite comedies, Brain Donors. But then he also directed one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Jack and Jill. This movie, while a sequel, is a standalone sequel. It revolves around Lenny and all of his friends and family. The movie begins with a setup that lets you know exactly what this thing will be. Lenny wakes up to his ridiculously hot wife, Salma Hayek, because there's a deer in their bedroom. The deer then gets startled and pees all over the place. It then runs through the house, scares the kids, and catches Lenny's oldest boy whacking off in the bathroom. After that, it's lots of pee, fart, poop, and boobs jokes. The guys all act like idiots, and the whole thing comes down to the women going, "Oh, you rapscallions!" They tried to put in lots of fan service for the men, but really it came off as forced and weird. This is coming from somebody who watches tons of exploitation films. Everyone's an exaggerated caricature of a human, which led me to kind of understand what they were going for. The movie is more or less an adult fantasy. Not your regular kind of fantasy fairy tale, but an outlandish but realistic fantasy. What I mean is everyone in the movie is either loaded or comfortable enough to not have to worry about time or money. They all live in this town where they can act like children, and while they get hurt, it's getting cartoon hurt. So they can be violently knocked across several aisles in a Kmart, but suffer no real injuries. The local cops are their friends, and they're just as goofy as everyone else. Lenny and the group are all friends that see each other on a daily basis. This is another one of those things where I bring up that this is some kind of adult fantasy. I haven't seen some of my friends in like months because we all have kids and lives and schedules, and it's just hard. Towards the end, they all say, "Hey, let's have a big 80s party." And they manage to pull the whole thing together in a few minutes. Everyone has costumes, the party's catered, and they even have a live band. Where but in movies could this happen? What reality is this? Then I realized the whole thing takes place in the same day. Maybe this is what it's like to be an adult that no longer has to worry about money? The movie was all nostalgia bait, from everything to the soundtrack to the references to the big 80s party towards the end. It felt like a bunch of sketches they all came up with that they just stitched together. It's like Adam Sandler wakes up and a deer pees on him. And then he becomes a school bus driver, and then Kevin James's wife takes him to the car wash with the hot college girls, but then the college guys end up washing the car, and then Colin Quinn is working at the ice cream machine, but it looks like he's pooping, and you get the idea. I will say the cast is ridiculous. It's all the Happy Madison crew, but also some surprise folks like Shaq and Steve Austin. Taylor Lautner appears to show off what he learned in that parkour movie. The one bad kid totally reminded me of Nelson. The whole movie culminates in the ultimate adult fantasy where a bunch of old dudes beat up the evil college frat and send them running. Then Lenny announces he learned how to burp, sneeze, and fart right before he bones Salma Hayek. The end. I hate to use the term, but it's really the only one that fits. The jokes are cringeworthy. There's also a lot of dad jokes that you see coming a mile away. The jokes also go on forever. They really push the adults acting like children thing. I laughed once at the Chris Rock joke. Overall, I enjoy the old Adam Sandler movies like Happy Gilmore and The Waterboy. However, once he became a dad, his comedy went in this weird direction, kind of like Eddie Murphy. I don't get it. I'm a father and my sense of humor is about the same as it was when I was 12. Your movie fails to a ridiculous degree if it has poop and fart jokes, and I'm not laughing. Go and listen to one of my old videos, and you'll see that my stupid juvenile humor hasn't changed. I know the first movie made a ton of money, so the cast was paid well for the sequel. Perhaps they should have taken some of that money and tweaked the script? What a mess. Grown Ups 2 stunk. I still like Adam Sandler, the person. I've heard nothing but nice things about him from the people who worked with him, but this movie's bad. I did kind of get what they were going for about the halfway point, but by then, I just wanted it to end. They probably had a good time making it, but that didn't translate for the people watching. Grown Ups 2 gets a thumbs down. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.